Let's go to the moon, baby. What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor, and today we are once again speaking about Virgin Galactic. You will see pre-market, I just changed my mouse DPI, ignore that, is up nearly 26%, and the market doesn't open as of recording this for another few hours. So I think we all know why this is happening. It's because of this. Virgin Galactic completes their first space flight in over 2 years in a step towards finishing development. Essentially, a huge step towards getting full FAA approval and ultimately flying Richard Branson to space, which means that you, me, or not necessarily you, me, but people with a lot of money can go to space. Now, this is obviously a very large pre-market move, and there is more to this than just the successful test flight. And that is one thing I do want to cover in today's video, and that's why I want to make this video now, because I know a lot of people are getting hyped about this. I know there's a lot of long-term investors in here like myself, but there's also a lot of people looking to get into this company, and I want to show you guys a few things that are, causing this to somewhat artificially go up alongside this very good news. And as somebody who's followed Virgin Galactic for a long time, I have seen these pump and dumps that do happen with Virgin Galactic from time to time. I mean, look at that 1 year chart, look at the ups, look at that big up, look at that big down, look at that huge up, look at that huge down. So that's what I want to speak about today. We will of course go through the actual space flight that did happen and how successful it went and what that may well actually mean for the company in the longer term. But there are also a couple of other things I want to look at, especially the hype surrounding this company as of this moment in time. But right before we do get into the video, my friends, could I please ask you to hit that juicy like button? Why not? It's free. Drop me a comment down below. What are you doing with Virgin Galactic? Have you been in it for 6 months and are you just holding? Are you getting into for the first time? Are you selling? What are you doing? And please, my friend, if you are indeed new around here, consider hitting that juicy red subscribe button and joining the family of investors. Also, if you're interested in joining my private Discord group, that'll be the first link in the description. In there you will get access to all of my buy and sell alerts. We of course have a Virgin Galactic chat in there for everybody to speak about it. And if you'd like 2 free stocks on Webull, that's the second link in the description. Gotta sign up, deposit $100, get some free money. Now with that out of the way, Virgin Galactic is currently up 26% pre-market. We know that the test flight went successfully. Before we actually get into the news, I want to show you guys stock twits, okay? 37 new posts. That is in about 2 minutes and 45 seconds that this many new posts have come in on stock twits alone. That is a lot of new posts. There is a lot of people speaking about this right now, my friends. Wall Street bets, okay? There it is. Virgin Galactic SPCE call YOLO. 7k upvotes in 22 hours. There are more down the line there as well. Hype equity, the most hype stocks and the top trending stock is SPCE. Social volume change plus nearly 90%. Volume indicator 200%. Basically, a lot of people are speaking about Virgin Galactic right now on all of these online forums. And that's one aspect that has to be remembered right now. A lot of people are, myself included, investing in Virgin Galactic as a company. We've done our research, we've done our due diligence. We understand the risks, we understand the short-term and the long-term risks. We have a basic idea of certain timelines, such as when they may actually start producing revenue, when they may bring people to space. But there's other people playing this hype as of this moment in time. There's other people on stock twits. There's other people on Wall Street bets who are buying the stock and are going to sell the stock. And I remember this vividly happening back here. It also happened, not even this one here. I remember this one more back in summer of 2020 with a really nice upward move. And it sold, and a lot of it was due to hype. So if you are an investor, just understand that volume is probably going to be up very big for the next few days, potentially going through this entire week in all honesty. But just ask yourself that question: are you an investor or are you a trader? Do you want to attempt to sell at these prices to get a better entry point? Or are you happy holding your shares? I mean, we are still down pretty much 2/3 from the absolute tops. One thing I'd like to point out as well, okay, if we go ahead and look at our short interest, short percent of the float is at about 20.84%. I believe these numbers are actually as of the end of last month. They're our most up-to-date numbers. And we can see that as of today, short shares available at 40,000. So we can assume that number has gone up massively. So we can assume quite safely, if this hype keeps up, there's going to be a bigger short squeeze than what we are seeing right now. And in my opinion, there definitely is a potential of a further 25 to 30% if these people end up doing what they want to do, which we've seen them do. GameStop, AMC, BlackBerry, the list goes on and on. I mean, look, today's trading volume up nearly 400%. So just be aware of that. Regardless of whether you are an investor or a trader, there's going to be some huge volumes. There's going to be a lot of manipulation going on more than likely. Wouldn't be surprised if we see ARK Invest buy back in. Just keep your eyes peeled. Stay up to date with everything that's happening because there's going to be a lot going on at once. But now more so for the investors out there. Virgin Galactic completes first spaceflight in over 2 years. This was a huge one, okay, and a step towards finishing development. You may have remembered more test flights happening not too long ago at all. This one actually went to space. The previous one didn't. Michael Colglazier came out and said it was flawless as well. And I mean, yeah, it quite clearly was. They did what they set out to do. Everybody get back safely. You can't complain. And if you did watch my previous video on Virgin Galactic, I was saying, you know, I would rather these delays happen to ensure the safety of everybody involved and to ensure the success of these projects. It's going to do much better for the company in the long term. And I also said that there is not a doubt in my mind that when we get the next test flight and if it's successful, the company booms up in value. And look at exactly what's happened. I mean, this is very easy to read, my friends. But essentially, this was the spacecraft Unity, the actual one that is designed to hold up to 6 passengers along with the 2 pilots. The actual vehicle that's going to make them money, which in turn will make us money. So that's why it's so significant. It was carried up to an altitude of about 44,000 feet by an aircraft carrier called VMS Eve. The aircraft then released the spacecraft, which fired its rocket engine and accelerated to more than 3 times the speed of sound, okay? After performing a slow backflip in microgravity at the edge of space, reaching an altitude of 89.2 kilometers, nearly the highest they've ever gotten, or about 293,000 feet, Unity returned through the atmosphere in a glide. The spacecraft landed back at the runway of Spaceport America in New Mexico that it took off from earlier. It went absolutely swimmingly. It went perfectly. We couldn't have asked for any more as investors. Now, this is their first flight since February 2019, and their first in New Mexico, and it's third to date overall. You can see how significant this is. Chamath Palihapitiya came out and said congratulations to the entire Virgin Galactic team on crossing yet another important milestone. He said that on CNBC, my friends. So you can see why people are going to be hyping it. We have what is more than likely a very heavily shorted company right now, okay? We have seen people such as Kathy Wood selling out. There's been a lot of doom and gloom here. Now we have some really, I mean, truly positive news. It's going to be easily manipulatable. Now, I want you guys to look at this. Unity also carried 3 NASA-funded scientific research payloads on this mission under the agency's Flight Opportunities Program. Colglazier noted that the payloads generated revenue for the company. Woohoo! We generated some revenue, my friends! They expect to disclose the total amount during a second quarter financial report. Now, I don't expect this to be anything significant at all, but there's going to be some revenue. And this is more than proof of concept. This shows that, you know, people such as NASA will pay us, as any investor should know, to do these things. And when people think of Virgin Galactic, I don't think they think about that side of the business often enough. They just think about people going to space. There is more to it than that. And, you know, they work with NASA and the likes. Now, what's next? Okay, the spaceflight is one of 4 remaining for Virgin Galactic to finish development of a Spaceship 2 rocket system. The second spaceflight test will carry 4 passengers to test the spacecraft's cabin, while the third test is planned to fly Richard Branson. That's when people start going to space. As of May, the company had cleared 24 of the FAA's 29 milestones towards the license. May of last year. Every test flight, they're getting much closer. They also have a list of things they want to accomplish themselves. They're getting very close to all of those things being done. When you look at the short interest, when you look at stock tweets, when you look at Wall Street bets, the amount of people speaking about this, the fact it's the top trending stock today, it's the top hype stock today, you're going to see some craziness. Now, one more thing I personally would like to point out is the chart. Pre-market, you will see we are now at $26.60 a share after closing at 21. So at that 26.60 mark, we're very close to this prominent area of 27.60 that I had drawn out months and months ago. You will see it was right where we made a high back here, back in the 23rd of July last year. If I zoom in a little bit, you'll see some really more interesting things happening here. We pretty much gapped down into it and we gapped back up above it. This is not something you will see very often. And that's before this huge upward move came. We came back down. We pretty much chilled out right around this line. And then look at the amount of times we've touched off this prominent area. So essentially, we just broke through a couple of decent resistance points. And we are right at a very interesting price point now. If we can break out above this, if we can go to $30 a share, I believe we could potentially turn this into a new area of support, hopefully a long-term area of support, and continue steadily trending upwards. Because keep in mind, at the base of all this, there was positive news. But anyway, my friends, that's my thoughts on Virgin Galactic as of right now. This video will probably be out slightly after market actually does open. So we'll see if things played out as expected. But again, remember, a lot of people on Wall Street bets on stock twits, they're going to be selling the news, okay? They're going to be artificially pumping it up to sell at a later date. So maybe they will just come and smash back down through these areas of resistance or support, depending on where we are. But anyway, my friends, if you watched this video all the way to the end, you are a true legend, and I really do appreciate you being here from the bottom of my heart. Your support means the world to me. If you did enjoy, could I please ask you to hit that juicy like button, maybe drop me a little comment down below, and please, my friends, subscribe if you're new around here. Again, if you're interested in that private Discord group, that's the first link in the description, and if you like those free stocks, that's the second link. But anyway, guys, I genuinely hope you all have a beautiful, blessed day. I hope you're doing okay, my friend. I mean that as a friend. I'll see you for another video very soon. Peace.